'Cause DJ and Kelly are locked and probably loaded. We're actually not right now. We're not.
That was AI.
Sit on down and pour yourself a glass.
And tune into your favorite podcast.
Where things will be misquoted.
And opinions ain't sugar-coated.
'Cause DJ and Kelly are locked and probably loaded.
We're not loaded. And I don't really wish we were.
No.
No, I'm having a good time. Are you having a good time today?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's weird. I don't normally have a good time when I'm here.
No, it's just like there's no. I'm high on life.
I know. I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is the manic episode before there's.
Yeah,
like...
I'm completely manic. My hormones are all over the place. I'm on this fucking diet.
As long as you don't become depressive in Mexico, then we're good.
No, the moment I get to Mexico, it's all bets are off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel like I just got out of prison.
On Chi-Chi Island.
I'm worried the opposite of depression. I'm worried that I'll get alcohol poisoning the first 30 minutes I'm there. I'm gonna butt chug.
We're boofing, baby. I'll bring tampons.
Like in the Uber to the airport, I'm gonna put an alcohol-soaked tampon up my ass. Okay, guys. Welcome to Locked and Probably Loaded with DJ and Kelly. I'm your host, DJ Qualls. I'm here with my good friend and co-host, Kelly Blackheart. And today is a special episode, Kelly, and tell us why.
Well, we finally checked the email.
It happens once a year.
I keep forgetting.
The annual email episode.
There's so often that like somebody will send me a DM on Instagram or the show a DM or whatever, and I write them down and I put them in my notes, but then we get into talking and then it's just tangent. And by the time the episode ends, I'm like, fuck, I had 4 questions that
Thanks,
we were supposed
ADHD.
Yeah. Thanks. So we'll just go through some of these emails and questions that we have. This one is from Kelly Diaz. Nice name.
Hey, Kelly.
Kelly with an I. She said, I just wanted to send a sudsy shout out for changing my life with your wisdom about washing hair twice. Twice! Who knew? For years, I was out here living a lie, one sad, underwhelming shampoo at a time. But then you two dropped the double wash gospel on your podcast. And now, oh my lather, the second wash, it's like my scalp threw a foam party and invited all my pores. This is like very well written. Good work. I have a very oily scalp. Like you could fry an egg on this thing before. But if you're into that kind of culinary horror. And now my hair actually feels clean. Not just meh, that'll do, but clean, breezy, flippy, commercial-worthy clean. I almost slow motion walk past mirrors now. So thank you for enlightening the masses. My hair thanks you. My shampoo bottle is confused but supportive. My pillowcase is seeing less trauma. Love the show. Please never stop sharing random brilliance like this.
Oh, that's great.
Never fast, always furious, Kelly.
That's really awesome. Hey, Kelly, I'm glad you're on this great clean scalp journey. If you don't have that though, it can cause dandruff. I'm just telling you. So be careful with our advice. Is we're not professional advice givers.
Talk to your shampoo doctor.
Talk to your doctor before you shampoo twice, because I can't get away with that.
Yeah, I mean,
it dries out my scalp.
Yeah, it's probably also helpful if you've got like a lot of hair and stuff like that. Yeah. This person, Suzanne, I don't remember talking about this, so I was a little confused.
Is it boofing?
No. She said, hello. It's titled The Rose Toy, which is that vibrator.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, but I don't remember what we were talking about it for. She said, hello. So I had one once.
I said, what's that buzzing noise? And you said, it's my rose toy that's in my pants. Remember that?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I do remember that. I actually did used to have a vibrator that could be controlled by somebody else's phone. Have you heard about those?
No.
You like put it in. And then
your vagina?
Somebody else has an app that they can like control when it does it.
Like from across town?
Yeah.
Or like in Paris and you're in London?
Yep. The thing is guys just like going, I'm like, I'm never going to get off that way. You need consistent.
This is what happens in real life.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, I'm frustrated. Cool. Just like the original. She said, so I had one once. Personally, I found it didn't suck hard enough. Oh, the rose is the one that like sucks on
your clit?
The clit. Maybe I got a bad one. Maybe I'm just a beast. Dunno. Mine had a bullet thing attached, so I think all the power went to that. Anyway, I threw it out and bought the Satisfier. 5 stars on that one. So if anybody's looking for a new vibrator.
What's the Satisfier look like?
Satisfier Pro, I think it's called.
It probably looks like something that an alien from the movie Aliens would birth. Like it has like tentacles.
Oh no,
and shit. Is that the Satisfier?
Yeah, so just like
Oh, that looks like the thing that you.
it looks like you stick in your ear to
It
check
looks like
your
it
temperature.
looks like a fucking depilator or whatever they're called.
Debilitating.
A dilapitator or whatever.
It is debilitating sometimes when you come.
A depilatory thing.
Oh, dilapatory.
Is it a
Defibrillator.
It's depilatory.
No, I know what you're talking about.
depilatory.
The
That's the
hair
word,
removal
yeah.
thing you're talking about. But
Hey,
there are so many words that are so
Hey
similar
Siri,
to that.
define depilatory. Yeah, depilatory. Oh, hey, sorry, I interrupted you. I'm so rude. Hey Siri, define depilatory.
As an adjective, depilatory means used to remove unwanted hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than I look.
Anyway, she says, love you guys so much. I've met DJ a few times and I'd really like to meet Kelly. DJ, bring her to a convention. Tell CE she's your personal bodyguard or some shit. Well,
No.
we'll be on the cruise.
Who's CE? Oh, Creation Entertainment.
Yeah,
come to the cruise.
Okay, this one has a question.
Yeah.
Hey, DJ and Kelly, I recently became a Patreon member and started watching/listening to the podcast a month ago, and it's a straight up 10 out of 10 for me. So my question is, how do both of you deal or manage anxiety and stress? It's from Max.
Well, I used to drink, and I'm going back. I'm going to revisit that in Mexico. We both have anxiety issues. I have anxiety and panic issues. I used to take Klonopin for it, and I let my prescription run out, and I'm in small amounts, and I would take that as needed, and I would fight tooth and nail not to have to take like 1/4 milligram of Klonopin because I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to be on that. The weird thing is I'll do any other drug that's not prescribed to me. But this...
Floor pills? Yep.
Well, I love floor
Anytime
pills.
I need to get DJ to go somewhere, I just do like a Hansel and Gretel trail of floor pills, and he just shows up.
I thought they were M&Ms. No, but... I don't know how I deal with it anymore.
When I'm feeling really anxious or nervous, I just hire one of my guy friends to tell me to calm down or relax.
It really works well for her. She loves it. Would you relax?
Yeah.
And she immediately goes into a relaxed
I'm
state.
like,
Thanks.
Anxiety and stress, they're hard to like. It is hard to find a way to manage those in like.
I talk
that's
out
not
loud.
a coping mechanism that's unhealthy.
So
right?
I talk out loud.
I do too.
But sometimes if things are like I've had a panic attack where I didn't have access to medication, and I've taken 3 shots of vodka, and I know that's not. We are not role models. If you've listened to this show more than 3 episodes, you know that we are. You should not do what we do.
Do the opposite.
But I've had to. Maya and I were at brunch once at that little cute place around the corner from us, the Basic, that we went to breakfast at in Vancouver. And I started having a panic attack. And it was because I was leaving Vancouver for a long period of time, and I was going back to LA, and that represented a bunch of untended to things like taxes and unopened mail and all that stuff. And I didn't know I was feeling it. And I started having a panic attack right there over my breakfast sandwich. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And thank God they have a bottle of vodka behind the bar. And I drank 3 shots of it. And it fixed me.
Yeah, for panic attacks, not recently, but the last time I had one, I tried the bowl of ice water, and I dunked my face in it, and that is supposed to like
help?
shock your brain.
That same thing with sour candy. They say that sour candy,
that makes sense.
if you eat something like a Warhead, it has to be really sour. It reorients your thought pattern and makes your body focus solely on that. Now that we're free thinking, I actually do have some good advice, and I haven't had an anxiety or panic episode in a while.
Yeah, me neither.
But I have a whole section of my notes where I start writing, and I'm like, this is what's happening right now. And sometimes a lot of those entries in there, I never read them, but I don't delete them either. A lot of those of the entries are because I've done it to myself. Like I drank too much the night before, or I've overbooked myself.
Yeah.
And so I'll just start going through like I did this to myself. I'm acknowledging these feelings right now, and it's shocking how it's like therapy, I think.
Yeah.
Because we've said this many times on the show, is that your life experience is just a series of feelings, impressions, and memories. And when you say it out loud to a therapist or type it or write it out, it starts to put a narrative to what's going on, and it calms you down. It normalizes it. I mean, there's that thing where, like, if you're going into an episode of panic, you do that 3 things I can feel, 3 things I can hear, and 3 things I can touch or move, 3 things. And that's just a way of grounding you in reality, because what panic anxiety is that your brain is lying to you.
Yeah, your thoughts are not you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Steve.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
I also, when it's anxiety and stress as opposed to like depression, anxiety and stress, I really try to figure out, can I control this thing? Like, am I trying to control something that can't be controlled? If so, it's a lot easier for me to acknowledge I can't control the outcome of this, so I can't worry about this thing right now. Like, I'm not going to waste time on this, because so often the things that I'm stressed about not working out okay or whatever, they work out fine. And then I'm like, I've spent the entire lead up to this being stressed about this thing turning out the way I want it to instead. And like, I've tortured myself for no reason. And so that's usually like, if it is something I can control, then it's like working out next steps. What can I control and what can I do to take hold of this? And if I can't control it, then I do my best to just let it.
But the problem
ride.
with any of these tools is that sometimes you're doing all the right tools and all things that have worked before, and in this situation they don't, and the anxiety just turns into a panic attack against your fucking will.
Yeah.
And that happens. And that's why I had that nervous breakdown in 2022. I couldn't talk myself out of it, and it went on for 3 days, and I went to the emergency room. So the thing that you have to remember, if you have anxiety, if you have depression issues, if you have panic disorder, is that this is something that it just is. And it's very important that when you're in it, not to feel discouraged, because especially when it hasn't happened in a while, a part of your brain thinks that you are through it, that you're done with it. And when it happens again, it crushes you, because you're like, again with this. Life isn't fair, and this is your lot in life.
Yeah.
These feelings. Like, some people just don't feel it. Ty does not understand what these feelings are.
Yeah.
And he's, he says the right things. He doesn't say, I know what you're feeling. He's like, I have no idea what this feels like, but I know it's real because I see it's happening to you.
Yeah. And to the point we've made before, which is like, your brain is so powerful. Something that's really helped me is I don't really describe myself as a depressed person or an anxious person or a stressed person anymore as much. And so that it's coincided with that, because
I'll
if
think
you're
about
constantly being like, oh, I'm so stressed, like, it's another one of those things where it's like, oh, here, I'll give you something to stress about. You want to be stressed? I'll give you some shit, like, so not identifying yourself as those things. It's I feel stressed right now.
Right.
I feel
Not
anxious
I
right
am.
now. I am anxious is not helping.
That's a really good way of reframing that. I've never done that. We'll be right back after these messages. And welcome back from the commercials. It will never be seamless, and I don't want it to be.
No, that was perfect. I loved it. Welcome back from the commercials.
And that's to finish up what we were talking about before the break. It's also why Botox works, because people who are stressed subconsciously make that squishy eyebrow scrunchie in the middle. Like, what's this called?
Oh,
Makes
like
the 11s.
Your 11s, yeah.
Yeah, it makes the 11s. And there is a theory that I think has been well documented, that when you're making that constantly, people are responding to you in that way, and also you see yourself in the mirror, that makes you think that that's where you are. Anyway, what's another question, Kelly?
This is a comment that we got. God, it's so small. Hey, DJ, I just wanted to say I recently started listening to your podcast, and I'm now officially a fan. I've really enjoyed your interviews and the way you open up about life, the industry, and everything in between. You come across as a truly kind and thoughtful person. Keep doing what you're doing. It's refreshing and real. Wishing you all the best.
Who's that from?
Huntington Chiropractic Care.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Let's go there.
I know. Is that Huntington Beach, or I wonder if it's...
Look it up. Can we look up Huntington Chiropractic Care? Hey, Huntington Chiropractic Care. I've never been to a chiropractor, and I need to come to one.
Yeah, he really wants to.
Is it Huntington?
Yeah,
Huntington.
Huntington Chiropractic Care.
I want to Huntington Chiropractic Care. I want to come and see you.
Yeah, if you're in California, let us know.
Yeah. If you're at Huntington, New Jersey, I'm not going to come and see you.
Isn't there a Huntington, Alabama, too, or something?
There was a Huntsville.
Oh, Huntsville. Okay. This one.
Where is it? Oh, it's in Huntington Beach.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's 714 is Huntington
No,
Beach.
that was sponsored.
Oh.
What's it called? Huntington Chiropractic Care?
It's chiropractics. an odd word up there.
Chiropractica.
CH.
Dilapidatory.
Yeah, there it is. CHIROPRACTIC.
Natural chiropractic. Nope, that's New York.
Well, anyway, if you're listening to this, just tell us where you are.
Help
Send us
us.
an email.
If you're listening to this, help us.
We can't find you on the
Help!
Put a message in a bottle and throw it to your nearest body of water, and we'll find it. I want to know where this is, though, because I need to see a chiropractor. If you are a chiropractor in the Los Angeles area, is that it?
No, that just says Huntington Health Center.
Well, maybe that's just their social media handle or something like
It was the
that.
hardest thing we've ever
I
done.
know. Anyway, we'll move on. We'll research that later. Krista wanted you to read this. She said, so I was hoping if you all read this on the podcast that DJ read it. I totally love you, Kelly, but I could hear him read it out loud. She wants to tell us about her mom, Donna Jean Exxon Armstrong.
Okay. Huntington chiropractic.
And so in the email, she sent a meme of Yoda, baby Yoda, and it says me in the middle of my conversation trying to remember what I was originally talking about because I went off topic 5 times.
Here, let me see. Let's see what this is. Hold on. Cancel. No.
I thought you were deleting it.
No, it says it was,
You want me to read?
a thing
Cancel.
came up that asked if I would like to archive, and it wouldn't let me scroll. Okay. So you read that.
It's under, yeah, right.
Okay, I
under the
see.
meme.
She would call to tell you how she loved the latest thing your kid did or whatnot. Then somehow we'd end up talking about her cat or her sister's dog or what my father did that was funny. 4 hours later, I have voicemails 2 to 3 minutes long that I still have from her. My family had this thing where we did a talking hand when she was on the phone with us. Sadly, she passed on February 25th, 2019 from multiple melanoma. I found the meme and wanted to share it because not only does it remind me of her, but of you two as well. It's a part of your charm, and I hope that will never change. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me go on about my mom. She would have loved you. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
I would have loved your mom, too. I do love your mom, and I love you. Thank you so much. Kindness is... Here's the thing. I always think it's brave when people say kind things because think about that. Like, it's embarrassing a lot of times to say something like that's really on your heart that you feel about.
Yeah, a lot of people
something.
think being earnest is like cringe.
But here's the thing. I find myself like when I'm in situations with people who I like either like admiration for or like I feel like I owe a debt and that they weren't, they did something that really inspired me. Like I feel that like a little weird about saying stuff like that. And the thing is sometimes people don't receive it well. And all it takes is one bad reception from you saying something to somebody to scar you for life. So
Has that happened to you before?
I don't remember, but maybe because I'm not exactly comfortable.
Yeah.
Telling people things.
Yeah, I usually I've gotten like so many DMs over the years where it's like, sorry to bother you. I just wanted to tell you that you really helped me with this, or like, you're really funny or whatever. And I'm like, don't ever apologize for bothering me when you're going to say something nice, because those are the messages that I'll screenshot. And when I am fucking anxious or having a panic attack or depressed or something, I can look through that shit and be like, okay,
yeah,
I'm not as useless as Steve wants to tell me I am right now. So those things are always helpful. And if you are going to send hate mail, then definitely start with sorry to bother you. You're a dumb bitch.
That's how all my texts to her start like that. When you said that it reminded me that when you are famous for a long time, that it's important that stuff doesn't ever not land.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That you don't get callous to it and immune to it. It's very important. I think I do take things to heart, but also I think that I do take a certain amount of treatment for granted.
Yeah.
And I'm going to think about that.
Yeah. I me, I cry anytime somebody's nice to me. I'm just like, obviously words of affirmation is my love language, but I think it's also because I've spent so much of my life having imposter syndrome, not feeling good enough and all of that stuff. And so to have anybody validate me, like without there's not an expectation of reciprocity because I don't know them, you know. So it's not. It doesn't feel like they're taking from me. They're just purely giving me something. I
it's
think
not
that's
like you went
really
to see
pure.
somebody's play,
Yeah.
and they come out and you have to say something nice to them.
Yeah, exactly. That's always brutal. What do you think in those situations? Like, if you had to go see somebody's movie or show and whatever, like, and they want to know what you think, are you going?
You never tell them what you think.
Okay.
Because also look at their eyes. If they come out and be like, "This is a piece of shit," then you're like, you still don't engage it.
Yeah.
You're like, the lighting was good.
I like the end credits.
Yeah, do not ever tell somebody the exact truth because nobody wants to fucking hear that. Any creative they're baiting you into that. Even if you're in a relationship with this person, you lie. And if you don't respect them artistically, you cheat on them and you end that relationship because it's never going to work out long term. Find a reason to end it.
I've always said that about like when people talk about what they're looking for in a relationship, and it's like, I want total honesty.
You
It's
don't.
Like, you don't. You want people to say the things that you want to hear, but you want them to be. You want that to be their truth.
You want them to mean it.
Yeah, you want them to mean it, but
It's
you
a
don't
trap.
want pure honesty.
Dude, if Ty's a great actor, if he wasn't, and he's successful, if he wasn't, I wouldn't be with him. I don't care how great he is, because I've dated a not successful actor before, and it never fucking works out.
Yeah.
Like, I dated somebody once who was very handsome and a really super nice person and just didn't have that thing. And I was just like, and I would see plays and all that other stuff, and he wasn't bad. He just didn't have it. Didn't have that thing. And it ultimately, he wound up getting drunk and crashing all my appearances and actually wound up fucking up my
Ruining
career.
my life.
Yeah, kind of.
I remember this guy.
But it created a sense of resentment in him toward me.
Yeah.
And then ultimately made me not like him anymore either. Because I'm like this, you didn't earn access to any of this stuff. This is my life's dream. I know it's your life's dream too, but I've been doing this longer and it's actually working for me. And then you come in and now you're seeing a world that you haven't earned access to and you're wrecking it. You're coming in with like a wrecking ball. You're coming in like a fucking
Love you,
wrecking
Miley.
ball. Yeah, I do love you, Miley. And it wound up making me not only resent him, but not respect him. And then I would say things like this. Well, I mean, I was like, you know, this is an aspiring actor and do this. Oh, sorry, I said his name. I can't tell a story without telling the name. Can we just bleep out the name and then I'll say I just said his name? It's going to be great. You'll love it. But I was like, this is blank. He's an aspiring actor. And I would do this. No, I am an actor. And I would do this. No, you're not. You don't make a living from this. Until you make a living at something, are you that thing?
I don't know. I mean,
I'm a veterinarian then. I'll take Rhino's tonsils out after
I mean,
this.
I would think that if you're actively pursuing something, it's best for you to identify as that thing. You know, it's like the brain thing that we're talking about. But I understand in your world, somebody else introducing themselves as an actor, it just puts them in a weird situation because it's like, oh, what have you been in?
Yeah.
And it's like, and then if it's nothing, you're like, oh, well, no, I'm just thinking about doing it. That's a weird situation
Yeah.
to be in. But I do think that.
Yeah. So the moral to this story is, we'll be right back after these messages. The moral to this story is, say it to yourself. Say it out loud to yourself, but maybe not to a group of people who do that same job.
And don't, like, if you introduced him as aspiring actor, it's like, just take that and it's like, there's no need to.
And sometimes it's illegal. Like if I went up to a group of doctors and told them I was a doctor, or a group of cops and said I was a cop, I think that's illegal, isn't it?
You're on a plane. Like, is anybody a doctor in here? I played one on ER.
On Scrubs.
Oh yeah, that's true. You are
I
a
played
doctor.
a doctor on Scrubs. Does anybody need...
That actually would be so funny.
Does anybody need me pretend to intubate them?
We should make a sketch. We should get Jack Hackett. Isaac can shoot it. We'll get a plane set and then do. Does anybody hear a doctor? And have you stand up in your Scrubs uniform.
Oh no, that's self-referential.
Yeah,
Do I like that?
I do.
Okay, then I do now.
This one I don't think we did this already. I've had it written down for a while. I don't know. Is this Michelle? Oh yeah, Michelle.
Wait, are we doing these in order of receipt? Like,
No.
we should do some old ones.
Yeah, I think this one's a little
Okay.
older. My boyfriend gets frustrated that I need to mull over big decisions for an extended period of time. I've got to weigh pros and cons, think about the future, etc. I don't really understand why he's in such a big rush, but I don't know how to change my decision-making process.
I have something to say about this. If the decision is what drink you want when you're at the rail and the bartender finally comes to you, then I agree with your boyfriend. If it's whether or not you should move to Korea to teach English, that's a big decision. The thing, like, I am also super indecisive about big life choices, but at some point I just have to pick. And I don't make other people agonize around me about my choices.
Right.
But it drives me fucking absolutely crazy when I'm at a restaurant or a bar with people and like it's like this. I don't know what I want. And then it goes on for an extended period of time. I'm like, it costs $9. If you don't like it,
It's fine.
It's fine. I'll drink it and you can get something else. But the time is now. Shit or get off the pot. There are people in line behind us.
Yeah.
That makes me crazy.
Yeah.
But I think that may be also kind of a male-female dynamic because men tend to be a little more cavalier and women are more emotional. And what does this mean? Just the phrase, what does this mean? It's not something I ask myself quite a lot. When somebody's also behaving a certain way, I'm like, what does that mean? He never has a second cup of coffee at home. Is my coffee bad? I never think about that kind of stuff.
Well, I think also in relationship dynamics or like heterosexual relationships is what I'm talking about. We have seen a lot of the discourse around the mental load. And so it probably is a lot easier for men to make decisions because women are thinking about maybe potentially the kids or the schedules or any of these things where guys don't normally have to think about this stuff. So it might be easier to make a decision. I'm pretty impulsive when it comes to decisions, mostly because I want to find out right away if something isn't for me. You know, it's like, or I want to fail right away so I can move on to the next thing.
Do I want to put this in my butt? I don't know. I'll just do it.
Yeah. And also there are some decisions where it's like you can mull over it forever. You can weigh the pros and cons and do all that stuff, but ultimately you can't predict the future.
Of course.
So you go with the thing that feels right in the moment.
And a lot of indecision is is feeling out of control.
Yeah. But it's like we can change course at any time.
And
like,
that's the other
I changed
thing.
careers at 30. That was a big decision, but the best thing I ever did.
We are taught this subconsciously from our parents, and they learned it from their parents, and so on and so on. It's called the slippery slope fallacy. It's that if you don't make the right choice, then there's no way to get back from it.
Yeah.
It's something that's still prevalent, like the fact that you have to pick a career path at 18 years old. Who the fuck knows what they want to do at 18 years old? And then you've spent $200,000 on this career path, and then you get out of college, and what do? A lot of people, the majority of people, either completely drop out of society or they have to do that job. And the thing is, there's no amount of effort that came before this when you have a change of heart that's worth your future. Your happiness is your number one responsibility in life, more than anything else, more than taking care of your children, more than your job, more than anything else, because if you aren't happy, all of those jobs will suffer because of it.
Yeah.
And no one, no matter how much they love you, will ever care about your happiness as much as you do. You have to be first in your life, and you know what I mean. I'm not saying that you don't
abandon all responsibilities.
No, you don't. But if you are in a relationship or a job or any other thing, any sort of thing that we set ourselves up for that winds up not being beneficial to you or is a source of unhappiness, it's not the right place for you to be. And I get a lot of cameo requests about this type of thing. It's like, I'm in this situation that I don't know how to get out of. And a lot of times I can hear in the description of the thing that they're making excuses for why they can't get out of it. They feel stuck, and all avenues of departure from that situation seem closed off to them. And a lot of times they're not. But in cases where they are, it's, well, then if you're in a situation right now that you cannot control, that is harming you mentally, physically, all bets are off. You need to get the fuck out. Go to the police. Go to anybody who'll listen to you and keep telling. But if mentally, I feel like then you have to change your response to it until you can leave. When you know something is going south, and you can see that it's a dead end, like especially like a relationship, you start making a subconscious exit plan, and the only thing you can do until the time is right for you to leave is to find a way for it not to impact you in that same way. Like if somebody's down talking to you or making you feel stupid, and you know you can't leave immediately, then you need to find a way to process that. And it's not fair.
Yeah.
But it is.
I mean, so many people are afraid of what the other side of something looks like, even if they're in a situation that's really bad. It's kind of like the devil you know versus the one you don't. It's like, well, this is bad, but I'm used to this and I can put up with it. Whereas like, I don't want to be alone, or I don't want to go try this new thing and fail. And it's like, again, reprogram your mind to go, everything's going to be great on the other side of this. I just need to get out, because if you, like, why are we worrying that something's going to be worse than abuse that we're going through?
You don't want to make excuses for it. That's so I'm not saying that you do this. Oh, that's just them. They don't really mean it. You're being abused.
Yeah.
Or this is not a good work situation. If you see that there's no way out and the person's not receptive to any sort of change, then it's not right for you. What I'm just saying is, if you're in the midst of that situation and there's not an immediate solution to it that alleviates it for you, then you have to do this. Instead of doing this, oh, it's just who he or she is. They don't mean it. Do this. He or she is a fucking asshole. And the moment I can get out of here, I'm going to fucking bounce.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the thing is, if you're not the primary breadwinner, but you handle the money, start pilfering small amounts of money and putting it like in coffee cans and stuff, and hiding it in places that you have a map.
Yep.
In a locked section of your phone.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody in the DMs about this recently, but they were worried about, like, they were trying to make a big change, but worried about disappointing their parents and all that stuff. And my response to them was like, disappointing my parents was also something that I was not want to do as a teenager. You know, it's their approval meant everything to me, and it was very much my accomplishments were celebrated and all that stuff. But the first time I disappointed my parents, it like started my life, because now you stop caring about what all these people think your life path should be, and you really you realize that the disappointment isn't as bad as you thought it was going to be, and now you've kind of trained them, like, hey, I'm gonna disappoint you in the future. It's like, it's not not that I'm doing horrible things, but it's like I'm doing things that were, I mean, not that they know of, is what I'm saying. They're not disappointed about the horrible things I do.
You actually do, because they don't know about them.
But you have to stop worrying about how other people want you to live your life, because you're not a Sims character. They're not the person sitting at the computer putting you in a pool with no ladder. Like, you are in charge of all of those decisions. So disappoint people.
I think early on in life, I had this. You've already made all your decisions.
Yeah.
Like, and look how this worked out for you. Yeah. The good thing about growing up, somebody where there was nobody I could point to and be like, this, I want to be just like you. So, like, a good solid family, I get it. I know that it's a cornerstone of human culture and society, and if you grow up without it, you do feel like you have missed out on something. But the plus side is this: you look around, and if you're able to do this, oh my God, no, why would I care about what you think? Look at what you've done.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
There's also a benefit to that.
Yeah, for sure.
There really is, and I think that, and also you get to do this when parents get older. You can just do this. I'm putting you in a home and feel okay about it.
This one, I don't know their name. I just have a screen or a username, and I'm not gonna put them on blast like that. My friend is convinced that my friend is convinced that my friends don't like her, to the point where she reads into everything they say and tries to figure out how it's a slight against her. My other friends don't dislike her at all. If anything, they just don't think about her when she's not around. But the more my paranoid friend gets in her head, she starts to be kind of bitchy around them. I don't know if I should have a group convo to clear the air, or what should I do?
Well, don't bring it up in a group.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Your friend may be dead weight.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. So this sounds like your friend may have Munchausen's. Instead of sickness, she uses feelings. That is actually a form of abuse, and actually, like, it's kind of parasitic. Like, we're in a completely normal situation where everybody's bringing their best to the table. We're having a great time. We have limited time on this planet, and we're using this time to all be together and have this experience. And you're making this solely about you?
Yeah.
Your friend sounds like they have a serious problem.
Yeah. I do think it's interesting, because people, like, people get this like earworm. It's like, oh, so and so gave me a look, and then all of a sudden, it's like this insidious,
Right.
Thing where it's like every tone of voice they read into and all of that
And
stuff.
that makes sense,
And
though.
then you start acting weird though, and then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
But when it's proven to you that it's not happening,
no,
and
totally,
you continue to.
Yeah.
This sounds like it's not one situation. It's over and over and over again. It's proven to you it's not happening. Then the problem is with the person.
Yes, 100%.
And so here's what you do. You do this. You're patient. And one day this. None of this is really happening. Get help.
yeah.
And until you stop doing this, don't call me anymore. You are actually impacting my life.
Yeah.
And now I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, I've
and
had
write
those,
it in their birthday card.
I've had those situations where, a friend that you know.
Oh, you haven't read your birthday card yet.
No,
I wrote
you didn't
such-
give it to me.
I keep fucking forgetting it. I wrote such nice things in it.
Yeah, he told me, I'm going to give you this card and you're never going to speak to me about it ever again.
Yeah.
Because I think you probably know that I would be like, oh my God, that was
Do
so
not. I don't
nice.
even want you to talk to me about it.
But I had a friend that I would bring around and kind of a similar thing where it's like, oh, I don't think they like me, blah, blah, blah. But then he started acting like such a fucking asshole around everyone. And so now people don't like him and he thinks it's that he was right the whole time. It's like, no, you started acting differently
Yeah.
and now people have a reason to not like you. You created this situation. So maybe you could sit down with them and just like maybe see if they have any direct examples of what you're talking about that you could at least combat.
See, that's a more temperate way of looking at things because just your email made me already exhausted. With
I know
this
it depends on if you want to, like every piece of advice that we give when it comes to relationships, it's like this is all dependent on if you feel like the relationship is worth saving, like
Yeah.
because there are some situations where you should just cut your losses. Like friend groups change all the time. You outgrow people.
And it's very important
constantly.
with long-term friendships, especially ones that stretch back to childhood, that you don't just let them be grandfathered in.
Yeah.
That if they're actually doing stuff that you don't like, not to do this. Oh, that's just who they are. Don't make excuses for that shit. Do not let somebody come in and parasite your fun
Yeah.
and your happiness.
Loyalty at all costs isn't necessarily the best thing, and that I've definitely kept people around in relationships and friendships much longer than I should have because I value myself as a very loyal person, but also I should be loyal to myself first.
Yeah, that's the thing. This whole episode really is centered. This whole episode has been brought to you by self-happiness. And I'm not talking about masturbation.
You know what would make
Only.
people really happy is if you followed us on social media at LoadedPod, write us an email, probably loadedpod@gmail.com. You can join us on Patreon for a week early release for our episodes. You can get video there, and you can join us on our live happy hours we do every month. Also, if you want to test out our live happy hour before committing to the Patreon, you can go to our website, loadedpod.com, put your email in there, and I'll send you a free invite for the next one. You can call us at 323-272-3908 or find us on YouTube, Locked and Probably Loaded.
Sit on down and pour yourself a glass.
And tune into your favorite podcast.
Where things will be misquoted.
And opinions ain't sugar-coated.
'Cause DJ and Kelly are locked and proud.